the Justice League versus the Avengers. Who will win? Stay tuned to find out. Hey guys, welcome back to Top 10 Nerd. I'm Ron Mackenzie LaFergie. I'm here with a new entry to our Versus series where we pit heroes and villains against each other and decide who we think would win. This week's battle is between the Justice League and the Avengers. Make sure to make your choice of winner known by using hashtag Justice League or hashtag Avengers in the comment section down below. And while you're down there, if you want to do us a solid, throw us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. After this, to continue the Versus binge, check out our Young Justice vs Teen Titans video, but for now, buckle up, it's time for the Justice League versus the Avengers. Now, of course, these teams have changed a lot over the years, so we'll need to choose one iteration. And considering both teams are currently front and center in the cinema, we'll be using the teams that are currently in the cinematic universe. That means the Justice League consists of Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, The Flash, Aquaman, and Cyborg, and the Avengers will include Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, Black Widow, Black Panther, the Hulk, Vision, Scarlet Witch, Hawkeye, War Machine, Falcon, Ant-Man, Spider-Man, and Doctor Strange. This will take place in the DC universe, so the Flash isn't useless. It's a random meeting, but both teams know about each other and have been briefed on their powers. Now let's do this. Since this one involves teams and so many people, I'll eschew the usual origin section and hop right into powers and abilities because, well, it might take a while. Starting off with the Justice League, these guys are fewer in number, but their incredible powers may be able to make up for that. Superman, well, you all know about Superman, so let's skip him to save time. He'll be useful, trust me. Wonder Woman can fly, has superhuman physical traits, indestructible bracers, and an incredibly sharp sword, so sharp that it can cut on the molecular level. She will be very useful in this fight. The Flash is, of course, the fastest man alive, able to move and think faster than any of the other heroes, which will be extremely useful as in all of his versus battles. Plus, he can use his infinite mass punch. Cyborg, while less powerful than other members, would have the benefit of his cybernetic enhancements, which could help him against more niche Avengers like Ant-Man or Spider-Man, and against techies like Iron Man, War Machine, and Falcon. Aquaman's water-related powers likely wouldn't come into play since this is on land, although he would still have his enhanced strength and reflexes and everything like that. Finally, Batman would be largely outmatched in this fight, much to the chagrin of his fanboys. Coming up against powers like Strange and Vision, his gadgets likely wouldn't be much use, and without time to plan, his mind won't be super relevant either. Good luck, bats. Okay, now we know the Justice League, it's time for the Avengers. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to be brief. First, let's go over the less influential of the Avengers. Captain America is a great fighter with improved strength and reflexes. Black Widow is a good fighter and weapon specialist. Black Panther is an excellent fighter with a vibranium suit. Hawkeye shoots a variety of tech arrows really well, and Falcon flies around with mechanical wings. I love these guys, but let's be real, against the likes of the Flash and Superman, these light hitters will be pretty redundant. So let's move on to the middlemen. These are the Avengers who could probably help out in the fight, but might not change the tides too much. Here we have Iron Man and War Machine, each heavily armored and wielding powerful weaponry and explosives. They could potentially do some damage to the less durable of the Justice League. Spider-Man's webs, while not game-changing, could be important in distracting or immobilizing certain members. Ant-Man could also use his size to great advantage, although he'd have to avoid Cyborg's sensors in this fight. But then we come to the big ones, the ones that'll really be changing the fight. Hulk makes this group just because he would be pretty hard to deal with, and one hit from him could be the end for the less durable enemies. Thor makes a top group for sheer power, with his godliness giving him impressive strength, speed, and durability, and the addition of Mjolnir and his lightning powers would be huge, because he has Mjolnir in this fight. But the Avengers would depend most heavily on their magic users. Vision's ability to change its density, fly, fire beams of solar energy, and all that jazz would be much needed. Doctor Strange's wide array of spells could turn the tides, particularly since Superman is weak to magic, and Scarlet Witch's reality manipulation could very well be obscenely overpowered if given time to use it. So now we know our competitors, it's time for the battle. And with so many characters, this will be the longest one yet. The two groups begin their battle in an open field. Knowing Doctor Strange to be a powerful sorcerer, Flash first runs right in and takes him out before he can even think. Iron Man, War Machine, Falcon, and Thor take to the skies, as well as Vision and Scarlet Witch. They're followed by Superman and Wonder Woman. On the ground, the Flash decides to take the weaker Avengers out of the fight quickly, taking out Black Widow, Cap, Black Panther, and Hawkeye with ease. However, while he's doing that, Ant-Man shrinks down and climbs into Aquaman's nose. He throws a particle disc at his brain, it expands and explodes from his head, and there goes Aquaman. The The commotion draws the gaze of Cyborg, whose heat sensors manage to track Ant-Man, and he's quickly vaporized. Ant-Man down. Up in the air, Superman and Wonder Woman know they need to take out Scarlet Witch before she can change the fight, so they make a beeline for her. The mechanical flyers all try to intercept them, firing a barrage of explosives, but this is no match for the durability and speed of Supes and Diana. Superman leaves to deal with those three while Diana continues towards Scarlet Witch, but she runs into a massive vision floating between Wonder Woman and Scarlet Witch. Speaking of Scarlet Witch, in the short time she's in the air, she manages to manipulate reality to remove the Speed Force from existence. A suddenly depowered Flash stumbles to a halt in front of a grinning Hulk, who gives him the Loki treatment. Flash is very down. The Hulk then looks to Batman and Cyborg, the lone remaining Justice Leaguers on the ground. They goad Hulk into charging them, prepared to strap a rocket to him to send him into space, but just as he approaches, the pair suddenly loses their vision, as spiderwebs now hold their eyes shut. The Hulk connects, sending the bloody mess that was Batman flying, but Cyborg is still successful thanks to his cybernetics, sending the Hulk out to space with a rocket. Spidey comes into close combat, hoping to use his speed to his advantage, but Cyborg manages to track and shoot him just before a lightning bolt comes from the sky, frying his cybernetics and sending him out of the fight as well. Batman, Hulk, Spidey, and Cyborg down. Back in the air, as Wonder Woman goes to strike Vision with her sword, he phases out, becoming untouchable, before once again increasing his mass to protect Wanda. Wonder Woman notices this and fakes trying to go for the girl. As he goes to block her, she quickly changes direction, slicing through him before he has a chance to go intangible again. Vision down. Scarlet Witch briefly falters at the sight, but is able to shake off her horror. Before she or Wonder Woman can make a move, a lightning bolt crashes into Wonder Woman with an angry god following close behind. Diana is stunned, but Superman returns, having dealt with the pesky flyers. That means Iron Man, War Machine, and Falcon are down as well. As Superman and Wonder Woman face down Thor, Scarlet Witch hurls kryptonite-infused hex blasts at Superman, taking him out of the fight, leaving only Wonder Woman and Thor. If you watched our video with these two, you'll understand why I think Wonder Woman comes out on top. Thor down. However, in the midst of the fight, Scarlet Witch was once again able to work her magic and manipulates Wonder Woman's greatest weakness, retcons. She takes away her powers, causing her to fall to the earth defeated. This leaves Scarlet Witch standing alone amidst her fallen allies and enemies with one thing left to do, reverting everything to where it was before, reviving both sides, and allowing them to come to a much more reasonable conclusion. Then everybody goes for shawarma. And so the winners are the Avengers. This is a tough one to call because any fight with the Flash could potentially just be won by his speed. However, I think the magical abilities of the Avengers would be enough to deal with the more physically powerful Justice League. Of course, there are about a million ways this could go, and the Justice League could totally win, but hopefully this was an interesting take on the fight. It was pretty fun for me. I always thought I had a good idea of how the fight would go, but putting it into words made me realize just how hard it is to predict. But try it yourself, it's fun. If you enjoyed this, please smack that thumbs up button and subscribe to Top 10 Nerd for more. Let me know what you guys think of everything and what you might have changed in the comment section down below. Make sure to check out our Versus playlist on the channel if you're itching for more battles, and hit us up with any other suggestions you might have. Until next time, I'm Ron Mackenzie LaFergie with Top 10 Nerd. Later, nerds.